everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Abiding Farmhouse. I am so glad you're here today. Today is a video that I have been wanting to do for a while, and I'm finally getting around to doing it, and it is answering all of your questions. And make sure you stay tuned to this whole video because I'm going to get to the number one question that is on everyone's mind, and I'm going to answer that in today's video. But first of all, if you're new here, I thank you so much for watching. My name is Shasta. I'm a homeschooling mom to 8 girls. I'm a girl mom here. I have 8 all the way from my oldest daughter will be 15 Sunday, so 15 all the way down to 1-year-old. My husband and I have been married for 15 years. We are middle school sweethearts, believe it or not. We met in the 7th grade. We were not together all of that time, but we did meet in the 7th grade, and we did break up for a little while. Actually didn't talk for a few years at all, and then the Lord put us back together when we were 18 years old, and then we got married when I was 19. So it's kind of a cool little story about how we met and how the Lord brought us back together after years of not talking. And here on this channel, I love to share my passion for Christ, homeschooling, day in the life vlogs, homemaking, homeschooling, all of that good stuff. So if any of that interests you, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. I would love to have you here as part of our YouTube family and to follow along with us. I love getting to know all of you. I love getting to know new people. If you're picking up any kind of noise here, I've got my washer going, my dryer going, and then I have one playing the piano down in the basement. So this is total real life here. My baby is napping though, and the other girls are nicely playing in the basement while I do this video. Here comes one now. But yeah, I'm sure there'll be interruptions here and there. Alright, so let's just go ahead and get started on this Q&A today. Alright, so I've got all my questions down here in my handy dandy notebook. Alright, so number one question says, did you always want a large family? And this question comes from Jessica over at Phil's Full House. She is a really good friend of mine. She also has a large family. She has 10 kiddos. So make sure you check out her channel. And I'll go ahead and link her channel in my description box so that you can check her out. But her question is, did you always want a large family? And the answer to that is no. A large family never ever crossed my mind. Funny story, when my husband and I first got married, okay, back up. Before we got married, the pastor that was going to marry us, he required for you to take marriage counseling with him before he married you, okay? So we met with him a few times. I don't remember how many times exactly. He required for us to meet, and one of the things he did is he gave us this form to fill out. It was just questions that I answered, and then he had to answer them about our marriage or how our marriage was going to be pretty much. And one of the questions on there was, how many children do you want? And neither one of us had discussed anything about children before we got married. I don't think we really even talked about how many kids we wanted, anything like that. I put down 1 to 2 kids, and my husband also put down 1 to 2 kids. Now we couldn't see each other's answers. Sister was going to give us our papers at our 1-year anniversary, and then we would get to read them. We didn't get to know what they said that day. But the pastor had some health issues and like that, and I don't think it even crossed our minds. So we actually didn't get those papers back, y'all, until we were about in our 5th year of marriage. I'm not kidding. So it was so fun to get those papers back when we were like 5 years into our marriage. Anyway, we just both thought it was so funny when we got it back that we both put 1 to 2 kids, and I still have those papers stored somewhere. They're special. But so yeah, I guess we were kind of on the same page as far as how many kids we wanted before we even got married. But here we are with 8 kids. So needless to say, the Lord had changed our hearts on more kids. And I think it wasn't until probably like my 4th or 5th, I just felt the Lord really leading me in that, in my family size. And to have more kids, I just had this desire that I wanted more. And after each one, I still had that desire. It just wasn't going away. And my husband has been just as excited with each girl that we've had. Talked about this on other videos. Our 7th was actually going to be a boy the first time, but he passed away when I was 16 weeks pregnant, so that was the only time we were expecting a boy. After we lost our son, we had 2 more girls after that, and we just love our girls so much. They are such a blessing to us. So no, to answer your question, no, we did not always want a large family, but I'm so thankful that the Lord changed our hearts on that matter, and that we are blessed with 8 girls now. Number 2 says, will you pastor at the church you're at now or a different one? This question is for my husband. And y'all, funny story, my husband sat down with me to film this video on Sunday, and I went to edit this thing, y'all, and I'm not even kidding, it crashed. Like, all my media was missing, so I'm having to redo this video. He's at work right now. But yeah, this question's for him, but I know how to answer it. So, when he becomes a pastor, no, he will not pastor at the church we're at. There's some churches going to be coming available, I believe, around our area, within the next year or so, I'm assuming. And we're just waiting on the Lord's timing, pretty much. We won't get the church that we're currently at, but he will get another church. And when that will be, I really don't know. I'm assuming maybe sometime next year. We're just leaving all of that in the Lord's hands and his timing on that. Number 3 says, any tips on how to make it on one income with a large family, especially when it comes to food and clothing and things like that? And that is a great question. So before Josh and I got married, I did work a little job. I was a waitress at a restaurant, and then after we got married, I still worked a couple different little jobs here and there, just something to kind of keep me busy. And after our first daughter was born, I was able to stay home with her. Now, when she was born, I did go back to work just for a little while. I worked at a preschool for a little bit, but that was short-lived because my desire was just to be a stay-at-home mom. I really wanted just to stay home with her, and my husband encouraged me in that and told me, just to stay home with them. And we just put it in the Lord's hands, and he has always provided exactly what we needed on a one-income family. We have had some times in our lives where things have been extremely tight. We've had to pinch pennies, we've had to make a dollar stretch, things like that. So it hasn't always been easy, but if you were looking for tips on how to afford a large family on just one income, I would just say make a budget and do your best to stick with that and to be good stewards of the money God has given you. One of the things that we make sure that we do is we pay our tithes first. Before any bills, anything, mortgage, anything like that gets paid, we make sure we pay our tithes at our local church. I think that's very important. The Bible speaks of that. And he has always blessed us with what we need. We have what we need. Actually, we have more than what we need. And we even have wants met. So I am thankful for that. My husband is in business for himself. He is an associate pastor at our local church, but that would not sustain our family just with that pay monthly. So he is in business for himself. He is in construction, so he does like remodels and grading, hauling gravel, different things like that. So he is in business for himself. So I guess my tips would be just to be good stewards of your money, to look for things that are used, buy off-brand things. It does not have to be the best of the best, because if you are going to cut back, instead of a 2-income family, you're going to be a 1-person income. There will be things you probably need to cut out. Just think of things that maybe you could cut out that's not really that necessary. Things that maybe you were normally buying, you could stop buying or buy it in a different brand. Look for the cheaper version. Y'all, I look for clearance things. When I have to buy my girls clothes, I look for clearance. My little kids still get their clothes from consignment stores. We have a really good consignment shop where we live. So I get their clothes at really good prices. And then hand-me-downs. All of my girls have always worn hand-me-downs from each child, unless it's just too worn out, of course, then I toss it. But I guess that would be my tip, just to look for used, look for clearance, buy off-brand. Sometimes that means sacrificing things that maybe you really want. You just have to ask yourself, would I rather stay home with my kids or would I rather have ABC? So sometimes you just have to cut things out. Things like that. I hope that answered your question. Number 4 is, what do you plan to do when you're finished homeschooling? Y'all, 2 people asked me this, and honestly, I don't know what I plan to do when I finish homeschooling. I'm just leaning on the Lord each day and what we do, and Lord willing, I'll be able to homeschool all of my children. My youngest is only 1, so I will be homeschooling for a long time. So I really haven't thought that far out. If we have no more kids right now, my oldest will be done with school in 18 years, and that would put me in my 50s, which I don't think that's really that old anyway. So who knows? Maybe, I'm sure I'll be a grandmother by then, because my oldest will be in her 30s. So we'll just see what the Lord has planned for our lives. Number 5, are you still doing all of what you posted in your curriculum choices right along with Gather Around? And the answer to that is yes. We are still using what I posted in my curriculum choices at the beginning of the school year. We did make one change, and I did post a video about this. I can link that in the description box as well. But my oldest daughter in 9th grade, the algebra that we had for her was not working at all. There was no way we could finish out our school year continuing with that algebra program. So we switched her to Ace Pace Algebra 1, and y'all, it has been a life changer for us. It has went so much more smoother. There's no more tears. It's made our school days a lot better for us. But other than that, yes, we are using the master book stuff that I showed you. We're right along with Gather Round. I love having Gather Round as an extra unit. Actually, here soon, I'm going to be downloading the Christmas unit from Gather Round and doing that in the month of December with my girls. So I'm super excited about that. And if you have not watched any of my curriculum videos, I will either pop a card up for you or link in the description box something so that you can see what we're using for this homeschooling year. I have a 9th grader, a 7th grader, a 5th grader, a 2nd grader, a kindergartner, and then 3 that are not quite school age. All right, number 6 says, how often do you and your hubby set time to just be a couple? Evenings with no kids, and how do you balance that time since you are so busy? All right, so we've always tried to make once a month date night our priority, just to go out and eat together, go shopping together, whatever, just to spend that one-on-one time together, just to talk to each other. Because you're right, we are really busy here all day with kids. Kids are always here, which we're thankful. That's the way we want it. But we take that time once a month just to talk and to spend a few hours together. And then evenings, okay, in the evenings, my 2 babies, their bedtime is 8. They're 2 and under. So both of them are in the bed by 8 p.m. By 9 p.m., all of our other girls go to bed. Our 4 oldest girls are in the basement, so when they go to bed at 9, they're allowed to have TV time from 9 to 10, and then they have to fall asleep at 10. So at 9, when everybody's in bed, we try our best to get everybody in bed at 9. That's when we just have time to talk. We watch a show together, chit chat, whatever, you know. So yeah, that's how we kind of just find time together. Through the days, it's kind of busy, but we do try to set that time aside for date nights and evenings. And I'm trying to plan us a date night here very soon so that we can go do some Christmas shopping together, because that's always a lot of fun to go do that together. So I am trying to plan that out for us to go here this month soon. All right, number 7, how do you budget on your hubby's income as a stay-at-home mom with a big family? Okay, so budgeting with a big family. I'm gonna have a little bit of a confession here. I'm gonna confess to you right now, okay? I am not that great at budgeting. I'm just not. That has never been a strong suit of mine. It's something we have discussed many times, but I'm just going to be real and lay it all on the line. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I have this perfect laid out budget for our large family, because I do not. Okay, I said it. I said it. Now we can move on. But no, in all seriousness, when money was super tight for us at times, now I did have to say, okay, I cannot go over this spending budget at the grocery store. I cannot go over this. Now at this point of our life, there is a little bit more wiggle room with budgeting and things. But the way I look at it is, people that set budgets, they have like a column of all kinds of things. They have vacation, they have date nights, they have clothes, shoes, hair, all this other stuff. So I don't have a budget because we don't set aside money for all of that kind of stuff. Like, vacations don't happen much for us. We take day trips every once in a while, so we don't need a budget just for vacation. Once in a while, we'll get out and we'll go to the mountains for a couple days. So we don't need a budget for that. So that, I guess every family is different, and you have to figure out what's more important to you. Is taking a vacation more important to you to save for, or is it just splurging here and there through the year on little things better for you? And for us, just splurging on little things here and there through the year is what we would rather do than taking big extravagant vacations, like a week-long vacation, things like that. I hope that makes sense. And then at the grocery store, I know that I'm going to spend a good bit because we are a large family and we have to feed everybody. And food is not something that we really are really strict on, because we are a big family. There's a lot of mouths to feed, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But I do have an amount that I don't want to go over. I don't want it just to get outrageous. So I try to stay reasonable, but I want to feed our family well. And let's see what else. Then, like I was saying about the clothes and the shoes, y'all, I buy used. Like, I don't need a budget for hundreds of dollars to go spend it at Target or Old Navy or whatever. Now, yes, I heard something, sorry. Yes, we do go to those places sometimes, and I look for clearance deals when I do. Like back in the fall, I got all of our little girls some of those little dresses from Old Navy for $8 a piece because they were on sale. There's no way I'm going to pay $20 a piece for a dress for a 5-year-old that's going to grow out of it by next year. I mean, that's just the way I think about things. So we shop consignment store. We look for used things. Everybody gets a new pair of shoes every year, and they last them all winter or all summer, you know. So I mean, that's just the way I look at it. So we don't go out and do like crazy extravagant things to really budget for. It's just your normal everyday things. Like coffee, I love to have Starbucks coffee, so I like to go there once a week on Tuesdays. Just little things like that that we like to spend on instead of saving it for big things. I don't go and get my hair done. Like I get a trim once every few months. I don't go and get my nails done. That might happen once every 6 months. Things like that. So we don't really need to budget for a lot of stuff, if that makes sense. I know I'm kind of rambling now. But about the Starbucks things, yeah, I like to go every Tuesday and get a coffee, but I'm kind of tempted to go tomorrow because I just saw an advertisement that they're coming out with their Christmas cups tomorrow and their Christmas flavors, y'all, and I'm so excited about that. So I may have to splurge on that tomorrow and go get a Starbucks. It'll be the second time this week. And then that was a two-part question about the budget. She also said, how many acres of land do you have and do you plan to get more? Okay, we have 5 acres of land. And no, we do not plan to get more. When we were moving from our old house, we had less than an acre, and it was quite a small house for our large family. And when we were looking for houses, my husband knew that he wanted at least 2 to 3 acres. So we are super blessed to have 5 acres because this is, I mean, we were not even looking for 5 acres. We were looking for maybe 2 to 3. So it really worked out for us to have more land where we're at. And I feel like we both got what we wanted in looking for a house, because when we were looking for a house, my husband wanted the land, I wanted the bigger, kind of nicer house. So I don't know if y'all are like this, but there was several disagreements on the way when we were looking at houses. It would either have something he really didn't want or something I really didn't want. And this house is just has been such a huge blessing to us because it had something that everybody wanted. It had the land that he wanted, actually more than he wanted. It had the bigger house that I wanted. Yeah, so it's just been a blessing to do that. And so no, we do not plan on getting on more land. This is more than we could have asked for or dreamed of. We're thankful. Number 8 is, do your girls help out with chores? Yes, they do. They help out, especially my 3 oldest ones. They are about to be 15, 12, and 10. My almost 15-year-old has the dishes every day. I do like the deep cleaning in the kitchen, like the counters and the sink and the fridge and dishwasher, and she unloads and loads the dishwasher for me every day after breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So 2 to 3 times a day she unloads and loads. My 12-year-old, she usually has the dining room after everybody's done eating, which is just getting the plates off the table, wiping it down and sweeping. And then my 10-year-old usually has folding towels. Whenever I have a new load of towels come up, she folds those and puts those away. I don't count keeping their rooms clean as a chore because that is a given. That is something they have to do. That is not part of their allowance. They have to keep their rooms clean. And their bathroom. That's not chores. Their bathroom and their rooms they have to keep clean. But the other things like kitchen and dining room and clothes, that's a chore that they are given. One thing that I want to teach one of them very soon is to mop. Y'all, I hate mopping. I hate it. So I'm really wanting to teach one of the girls to mop. Thankfully, Josh has kind of took over that chore for me, and he mops. But since our girls are getting older, I think we can teach one of them how to mop so that they can help out with that. Now, my little kids don't have any set chores yet. I'm still training them up. Now, I will have them like pick their toys up out of the living room floor, things like that. They love to fold towels though. Like if Emily has to fold towels, they want to help her. So yes, they do have chores. And that was a 2-part question as well. The other one says, do you meal plan your dinners before you shop or meal prep after? And I meal plan before. I have an idea in my mind, or either I write it down, of the dinners that I want to have for that week, and then I go on the Walmart grocery app and I buy sides for that dinner, whatever we're going to need, and then I get our meat and things like that at a different grocery store. So yeah, I like to have in my mind what we're going to eat that week. Now I don't have it like Monday we're eating this, Tuesday we're eating this. Usually I just the night before, I thaw out the meat. I think, okay, I want to cook that chicken casserole tomorrow. So that's what I do. I just know what I have on hand and what I can cook that week, and that's kind of how I work it. Number 9 says, what advice do you have for a beginner vlogger? I still feel like a beginner vlogger, y'all. Like, I feel like a newbie sometimes, but I have been doing this for a while, and I'm just now a little bit over 2,000 subscribers, which I'm super thankful. Thank y'all so much. But I would just say be consistent. That is the thing that I had a problem with, and that's why my channel didn't grow at first, is because I would post a video, wait a month or two, post another video, wait a month or two, and then I would, of course my numbers weren't growing because I wasn't consistent. So that would be my biggest thing, is be consistent. When I first got consistent with it, I was posting Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and now I'm trying to post 5 days a week. I would love to be a vlogger, a daily vlogger. I'm trying to work that out where I can. But yes, that is the biggest thing, is being consistent. And I would say quality over quantity. Don't post just to be posting something. People want to come back to your channel because they enjoy what they're watching. So when you put a video out there, make sure you put your time into it. Really make it worth watching. It's something that you would want to watch. And then just find what you're good at, whether it be day in life, homeschooling, makeup, routines, whatever you're good at, post about that. And then just be good at it, and make sure you edit well, and make sure you have a good thumbnail, because those thumbnails are very catchy. Just little things like that. But most of all, I would say be consistent. And do not be discouraged when you do not see your numbers going up. Y'all, I have watched my numbers slowly climb. So it is something to be patient with. It's not something that you're gonna just get in there and get rich quick. It takes work, it takes effort, and it takes being consistent to see those numbers grow. Trust me, I know. And then another part of that question is, how do you handle creepers? Well, so far, thankfully, I haven't had any creepers. I did have 1 or 2 kind of like weird comments. They were kind of iffy. Didn't really know how to take them. So all I did was just remove them. I thought they were kind of being kind of weird. I removed their comments. On Instagram, if I think somebody's weird, or if I think somebody's being weird to me, or follow me for weird reasons, I will block that person. I have no problem with blocking somebody. It is my space. So yeah, don't feel bad for blocking somebody that is like being strange. You don't want any of that. So yeah, thankfully I haven't had to deal with that. But if I do, I usually don't give them the time of the day, because usually they're just trolls or internet bullies, or they're jealous, something like that. So I would say just ignore it, block it, and go on. Now if it's something like really weird or life-threatening, I would handle that differently, of course. But just those kind of everyday weird comments, just block them and go on with your life. Alright, so number 10 is from actually one of my good friends in life. We went to high school together, Lindsay. She asked me, if you could go back to your senior year, would you? Lindsay, I loved our senior year. It was lots of fun, but no, I would not go back. I'm thankful our school days are over. I love where I'm at in life now. But yeah, we did have some fun times in our senior year and our high school days, didn't we, girl? But yeah, no, I don't think I would go back. All right, y'all, drum roll, please. Number 1 question on everybody's mind. Do we want more kids? So I'm going to answer for myself right now. Yes, I want more kids. I love my girls so much. Y'all, I would take a house full. I would take as many as the Lord kept giving me. I love kids. I love being pregnant. I love all of that stuff, y'all. I've been so blessed in my pregnancies, and thankful that all of my pregnancies have been good. All of my labor and deliveries have been good. I know every child is different, but I love being pregnant. I love having babies. Y'all, I have 8. Can't you tell? So yes, I would love more kids. My husband, he would not mind more kids. I'm not going to say he would be over the moon like me, like, oh, give me all the kids. But he would want more too. I think he's just at a place where he's really enjoying everything now. All of our girls are walking. I think he just likes this stage right now of just raising our kids. But that's not to say we won't have more. And we would both be super excited, super blessed if I found out tomorrow I was expecting another one. So to answer your question, will there be more kids if the Lord willing? And I hope He is. I hope the Lord does have more kids in store for us, because I would love that. So I guess you'll just have to follow along here on this channel to see if we do have more. I don't know. But I think that sums up everybody's questions. Now, if you do have any more questions that I did not answer, please leave me a comment below. I'd be happy to answer that in the comments of this video. So ask away if you have any more questions. I know people are really interested in large families and having more kids, all that stuff, because I am too. I'm interested in that kind of thing too. But if you're new, like I said, please hit that subscribe button. But hang on. All right, I told y'all once I hit 2,000 subscribers, I was going to have a giveaway. I'm over 2,000, y'all. I'm almost at 2,200. So first of all, let me start by saying thank you. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing to my channel, watching my videos. It helps me out more than you know. It's a huge blessing to have you do that. So I want to thank y'all in return for that, and I'm going to do a giveaway today. So the giveaway is going to be a $30 Amazon gift card. We're getting close to Christmas. Now, wouldn't that be such a blessing to have $30 just given to you to go do some extra Christmas shopping, or maybe you've had something on your Amazon wish list that you wanted for yourself. Girl, you go do it. You go get that thing. All right, to enter, all you have to do is like this video. Go ahead, give it a thumbs up. Number 2, subscribe to my channel. And number 3, leave me a comment letting me know what's on your Christmas wish list, or what is something that you're really wanting to get someone for Christmas. And then number 4 is to go follow me over on Instagram. It's at Abiding Farmhouse, Abiding_Farmhouse. But I will leave that in a link below so that's easy for you. Just click it and go over there. And the reason you need to follow me on Instagram is because that is where I'm going to announce the winner. I always announce winners in my Instagram stories. So if you're not already following me, head on over there to follow me. This giveaway will end on Wednesday, November the 11th. So you have all the way until Wednesday, November the 11th to enter this giveaway. Share it with somebody you know, and I will announce the winner either Wednesday evening or Thursday morning, so make sure you look out for that. I'll either announce it Wednesday, November the 11th or Thursday, November the 12th, so make sure you follow me on Instagram so you don't miss that. But that's it for today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I will talk to you in the comments. Bye.